Good afternoon. Okay, so as promised, we're going to do another Slimline card today. Actually, I may even, I think I'm going to do one next week too. I've kind of gotten on the Slimline thing. And I'm going to be using this translucent florals, which is one of our new sets from the catalog, the mini catalog that you should have gotten in the mail or be getting in the mail. So we're going to make this card two ways. So I'm going to start, I'm actually going to make them kind of both at the same time. So, for our regular Slimline card, the base is 7 by 8.5, and I scored at 3.5 to make the base of the card. Oops. All right. So that would be, where's my bone folder? There it is. And the other one we're going to make is a mini. And for that one, I'm just going to have a piece of base that's 3.5 by 5.5. So what happens is this ends up being, use this side, the same width, okay, but it's going to be short enough to fit in a regular A2 envelope, okay? So then we're going to take, and the tent part of our card for either card is going to be 2.5 by 11, all right? And then we're just going to fold that in half. Now, I could have scored this one also before I folded, but I chose not to. And the colors that I chose here, the Pool Party and the Blackberry Bliss, are because, again, I found some paper I wanted to use, and so I'm using those cards. So this is going to be here, and that will fit. And it's a tent because once you have it on here, then the card can stand up. So this card's going to be like that. And this card is going to be like this, okay? So now, let's see what I want to do next. I'm going to go ahead, and I thought that I would put some of this down both sides here. So I could actually cut that off first. So this is going to be 8.5 long. And this is just a little piece that is 1/2 inch wide. Got one for each side. 8.5. Okay. And then for my other card, each piece would be 5.5. You'll see, see as this starts coming together. Kind of making them both at the same time just so you can see that they're really both made the same way. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and place this on. This is kind of an old, this is actually from that Poppy Moments, remember that set? This was a piece of the Blackberry Bliss paper that came with it that was still left, and I just love this color, so I wanted to use it. So, it doesn't matter what color you're going to use. You're just going to use the colors that you have for something to match. Now, this set is one of those where, it stamps kind of lighter and darker. It almost looks translucent, like the name would suggest. Make sure I have this on here right. Yes. Okay, and then this is going to get mounted right between those two. Let me put this on here first. Now, well, I'll talk about that when I'm done. So the whole idea here, like I said, was to have a card that the person could stand up. I'm going to make mine birthday cards, but they could actually, of course, be any kind of card, whatever kind you need. I think it might make a really pretty holiday card because, of course, people tend to stand those up on the mantle or counters or something. Whoops. Okay, so all I did was take a 1/2 inch designer paper and put it up and down the two sides. Now this one, I'm just going to go ahead and mount this right in between. It might overlap just a little bit. That's okay. Now I can give it a minute to dry while we're working on these other things. Get it as straight as I can. Looks like I might have gone just a little bit over with that. There's a pair of scissors. Just going to snip that so that it's flush. Okay, so now see I've got a card that's going to stand up. Let me have that. That's what I'm calling the mini Slimline, because normally this would be 4 1/4 wide. It's 5 1/2. Okay, this one. Now, if I wanted a piece that was the whole length of the card, like this, like this, I'd need a piece that was 8 1/2 by 8 1/2. So that's 17 inches, and I don't have a 17-inch piece of paper. Now I could take 2 pieces of 8 1/2 and like make it a little bit longer, make it 9 to have a tab. But I thought it would be just as nice to have a piece that only was at the bottom. So see, this is still going to stand up if you want it to. Actually, I didn't even have to make this a card, did I? I'm going to leave it as a card just because it's, I already did. But you could have just used this one as a base like I did with the smaller one. Yeah, I didn't even think about that when I was getting all my pieces ready. Okay. And then up here, I'm just going to put a piece of designer paper right like that. Okay, and I'm going to put the same piece on here and on there. You'll see, it'll start coming together soon. Just really liked these colors together, this Pool Party and the Blackberry Bliss. I think they look really nice. Okay. So then you're left just to decorate. Okay. Oh, now I'm going to put the white on the inside of both of these, here and here. That's why I said you could have just had a card front on this one, but I'm going to leave this one, put a little fun message here and then also put a message on the inside. So you could do it either way. Just have the base there. I'm going to stamp these before I put them inside the card. So let's let those dry for a minute. And we'll stamp. Wishing you all the happiness in the world. And I think I will stamp that in the blackberry. Oh, and I've also used, because I thought it looked nice. So here's the blackberry paper. And here's some of this Moody Mauve. Don't they go well together? So I may even stamp it. No, I think I'll stamp it in blackberry. I wanted to pick some different colors. But again, I didn't have my designer paper yet. Oh, this block is just dirty. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can move this to the side. Okay. I was going to stamp a couple things on here. My chamois. Just going to stamp. Kind of rambling today, sorry. This one tends to pick up some ink around the edges, so check that. Wipe it off. And I will put one of these flowers on the top. I think I will do that one in the mauve. So often I don't stamp during my stamping videos because I am, trying to get everything together. Today I am stamping. There we go. Okay. Well, these should be ready now that I can put this on the inside. That's not the one I was using. Okay. This one, I think I'm going to have to put a little more glue under the edge there because I didn't quite get it down all the way. There we go. Put this one down. And then I stamped and cut out a lot of the pieces that come. This has the matching die set. And I wanted to have those ready ahead of time because, those take a while. So on those, I want to kind of overhang. See how I can, because remember, this is still going to fit in the envelope because the envelope's 4 1/4 wide. Okay. It's hard to see there, but so I can overlap these even further than the edge of the card just because of the size. Put one of those, maybe one of these, and put one of these behind. Still kind of playing with the petals a little bit to figure out where I want everything. I think I'll put those together. Again, that's why I always kind of make a bunch of them because I want to be able to kind of pick and choose. Again, I want to overhang here because this card is already smaller than my envelope. And I'm not going to do a lot of decorating on the front, but I wanted to do some. So you get the idea. There. There. And one of these little doodads. There. Ooh, that's pretty. Again, see them, they all, oh, and I've got a happy birthday here that I already stamped and punched. I'll probably pop that up. Now these flowers, I've actually seen a lot of people doing cards with them, these translucent flowers. I think they're very different. Put this one at the bottom. Okay, so there's one side. Now I'm going to put the happy birthday on first on this one because I'm going to put it up at the top. I thought this was kind of a, I mean, it's not really a fun fold, but it kind of is because it's a different way to do your card. Okay, so see, that will go up there. And then I'll still put my flowers down here. Now this time though, the Slimline's envelope is only going to hold this, so I can't go over the edge like I could on this one. So you have to always be kind of mindful of that. I do want to go out over this edge, but not over this one. Okay, so let's take, there's two sizes of the little flowers that come on this. So I'll use the smaller one for this. And again, I'm sure we'll see lots of people using these in different ways as time goes forward. And more and more people get the set. Go this way on that one. Again, I want to come out past this edge, but not past that edge. There's a little piece in there that didn't pop out. There we go. Okay. All right, and I may add some more embellishments to these, but I wanted to show you. So they open the card, they go, oh, isn't that nice? And then it will stand up on the table. Can you see how that's standing? I just really think that that makes a great card. And then this one, same thing. They can open it here. They can stand it up, okay, if you want to have it standing. And then I'm going to go ahead and add a white on the inside. So they've really got two flaps. You've got that, and then you've got here where you could write. But certainly if you only had the front, this front panel, and didn't have the card part on the back, this would also be doable because you've got, you know, your room to write on the inside of that. So I hope you might try one of these. They're called a tent card because they stand up, you know, like a tent. They're very easy to do, and I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Have a great day. Bye.